What's up, everybody? Joe with Joe's Golden Garage. I bet you couldn't guess in a million years what kind of car this key goes to. It doesn't have a name brand on it that I see anywhere. And I tell you, this is a very unique car. Very few of these were made and sold. And a lot of people kind of considered them a joke. But it's kind of like my Saab 9.5 here. You know, it was like a good effort, but it was too little too late. You know what I mean? And there's one other car company that kind of went through the same thing. And it was these guys. Yep, Suzuki. This is a 2011 Suzuki Kizashi. Some of you have probably never heard of this car. And, you know, it's fair that you haven't, because they literally sold very few here in the United States. This particular one is an all-wheel drive Kizashi, which is a little rare. And I think this is kind of a base trim model. Yeah, because it doesn't have the sunroof, but it does have smart key access. Isn't that cool? It's cloth. It's got power seats. You'll see some General Motors type stuff here. This is like my Saab steering wheel. Some of the buttons and switches are very GM-ish. But yeah, this car, I mean, these were pretty good little cars. Car and Driver magazine in 2010 took one on a 40,000 mile long-term test, and they loved it. They loved the car. Got a cigarette burn. This was a smoker's car, unfortunately. I got some stains to clean up, but overall she's pretty clean. Just a few stains. Y'all, when I say cheap, now this, I'm talking less than $2,100 cheap. And it's got damn Michelin pilots on it. Are you freaking kidding me? Pilot Sports. Who the hell puts Michelin Pilot Sports on a damn cheap ass car like this? Somebody who cared about it, I guess. Because this thing is a 2-owner. No accident. First owner, it was a rental car, which is where a lot of these ended up at, you know, since they were a little bit of a slow seller. They kind of began their life as rental cars. And this one was a rental car for a year, and then the second owner's had it ever since, and has only put 72,000 miles on it. I believe I'm correct. Let's do it's got push button start. Uh-oh, don't tell me the battery's dead. Oh man, the battery's dead. Shoot. Dadgummit. Okay, I'm gonna have to jump start it. Alright, I'll pick back up in a minute. Okay, let's use the good old trustworthy GX 470 to jump this thing off. That GX can sit for a year without being started, and it always starts. Ooh, a little bit slow to start. Service engine. Huh. Well, that's odd, because we did not have a check engine light when we bought it. Man, that thing runs good though. I'm sure it's something simple, silly, goofy. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that, yeah, it did not have a check engine light. I'm going to drive this thing around a little bit and see what we got here. I'll have to do an update video on this thing soon. 283,782 miles hadn't changed much, but man, there is no other car in the world, truck, whatever, that runs as good as this thing does. I mean, this thing is unbelievable at how well it runs and how well it drives. It's really amazing. Got gobs of torque. Powerful. And just runs flawlessly. And got the coldest freaking AC. Man, you can't beat these GXs, y'all. We've had this one a couple of years now. My brother's daughter, my niece, she drives it. She's 16. No, wait. She's 16 in 3 months. So she's been practicing on her learner's permit on this car. So, but yeah, it's about to be turned loose to her here in a couple of months when she turns 16. Hope she takes care of it. Look at this baby. Is that not something? That thing is quiet as a mouse. Got just a little vibration, but it's a 2.4 four-cylinder. Let's take it for a little ride. I drove all the way up here tonight just to check this car out. I'll get my engine scanner on it and find out what this code is, because it had no code yesterday when it came home from the auction. Maybe since I had to jump start it and the battery's dead, maybe that has something to do with it. Who knows? My brother said this thing drives really well. It is a CVT. Got automatic climate control. Like I said, push button start. It's all-wheel drive. But Car and Driver, man, they gave these things a glowing review. And they long-term tested one for 40,000 miles. Now, it was a 5-speed. And this is actually a CVT. So think about that. A Suzuki CVT that's 12 years old. But it seems to shift good. It seems to be A-okay, man. It seems to shift just right. But what is going on with the flashing light and the check engine? That is really weird. This thing's got good pickup. Man, this thing will get up and go, buddy. And all-wheel drive. So no wheel spin. Huh. I'm impressed. Thoroughly impressed. I mean, she's been smoked in, and there's a cigarette burn in the back seat, but it's not horrible. You know what I'm saying? It's not like someone just sat here and just fogged it up. I mean, it's almost undetectable after you're in here for just a minute. So if they smoked in it, they must have been a light smoker. And, you know, I remember like when I smoked for years, I would always make sure my window was down and my climate control, if it wasn't turned off, I always made sure there was fresh air was being pulled through, because I just did not want it to get that, you know, baked in cigarette nicotine smell. And, you know, nicotine stains your headliner and it gets all over your windshield. But if you'll just, you know, use a little common sense and try not to smoke in your car, if you have to, roll your window down. Don't smoke with it just barely cracked, or even you see people riding around with them all the way up. And do not recirculate that shit through your AC and climate control. This car seems like someone, you know, even though they're a smoker, they took a little bit of pride in trying not to turn it into a smoke pit. I mean, there's no ashes anywhere. I mean, yeah, there's nothing. There's one cigarette burn right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. But other than that, that's it. I'm really, really surprised at how well it smells. And I'm super tickled at how well it drives. This thing drives really good. I'm not going to get out on the freeway right now and get us a freeway clip, because there is an accident on the freeway that has it totally shuttered. Which is very common for here in Chattanooga. When you get here around downtown, there's way too many curves, sharp curves. People go too fast. Tractor trailers overturn all the freaking time. So we'll get us a freeway clip later. But dang, this thing is just impressive. I am very surprised. 72,939 miles. Man, that's low miles for a 2011. Low miles. Oh, we just got static on the radio. My brother did say the radio sounded good.
Nature owns my 4 children. And if you had children, you have done the same thing.
Air's feeling nice and cold. Got dual zone. Power driver seat with memory, which is nice. I know you could get these with leather and sunroof. I think they were called the GTS model. I believe this one's just an SE. So it's just kind of your basic trim level. And but you know, for what it is, push button start, keyless, you know, go as far as, you know, getting in and out of the car. I can't tell if it has Bluetooth. I don't think it does. But yeah, I mean, this is for the money, y'all. I mean, this thing was cheap. I mean, my brother said only one other person was bidding on it, and I mean, the bidding started at like $1,300, and he was the high bidder at $1,700. But it was on an if sale, and they called back and said the dealership, it was the Chevrolet dealership, they called back and said they wanted $2,200, and he said, well, I'll give you 2, and they said okay, so they took 2. So but we gotta find out what this check engine light's about. Jeez, what in the hell is that all about? get up here and pull a code, and we'll go from there. But she's solid as rock. No clunks in the suspension, nothing loosey-goosey, nothing weird. I mean, just the all-wheel drive seems to be working fine because there's no chatter or anything weird going on with it. The steering is tight. I mean, this is just a cool-ass car. I mean, it just is. I love it. Uh-oh, I pulled up on the curb. Need to back down a little bit. There we go. All right. Well, tell me what you guys think about the initial Suzuki Kizashi. I mean, what we got? Oh, here we go. Look, two-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. So what we got? Some sort of lock and diff? Yeah, we do. So you turn it on and off. There's a little light on the dash. Huh. Pretty cool. Okay, let's find out what this check engine light's about. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. I might do another little video with highway drive and what I find out on this check engine light. Y'all have a good one. Peace.